What a view. Okay. I don't know if it's up or down for me. You guys are tall. We meet again, class of 21. Now, unfortunately for you, I'm not a McKinsey alumnus, so I have only 1 point to make. And even more, unfortunately for you, I'm French, so it's not a bullet point. Last time I spoke in front of you, I shared how much hope I had for your future, how much I trusted each and every one of you, familiar faces, how proud of you I was. I still am. Through unique times and hardships, and thank you, Loïc, Jeffrey, and Stefano for reminding us of that, you have demonstrated a unique spirit of camaraderie, shown incredible talent, and a unique and youthful energy in INSEAD. In front of you today, I wish I could tell you that pioneering and graduating from such a demanding degree like the INSEAD MIM during a global pandemic was the hardest thing you would ever do. I would love to give you a pat on the back for the great job you did and promise you that it would be a smooth ride from now on. I won't do this today, because that would not be true. I know you are perfectly aware of the challenges we face today. I think we all mentioned it. A war is raging on European soil, in Ukraine, where basic human rights are denied to millions. The Russian-Ukraine war has already ravished tens of thousands of lives and displaced millions. For 2 of our MIM alumni, this also meant having to start life over in another country. Last weekend was my 10-year reunion as an INSEAD alumnus, a moment of joy, reconvening, and I hope you will feel the same way that you did today in your 5- and 10-year reunions. Yet, one of our classmates, Ukrainian, Dmitry, could not come celebrate with us because he was fighting for his country in Ukraine. Another classmate, Russian, Mikhail, had to flee Moscow and leave everything he owns behind, uproot his family, and is now starting everything over in Indonesia. It's hard to relate what our fellow alumni are going through, or to know what we should be doing to support them. If anything, their example must be a reminder for all of us that the future holds for us both incredible opportunities and unpredictable challenges and hardships. MIM21. Do not get the wrong idea. Your talent and your achievements will not shield you from the challenges. Quite the opposite, actually. Your intelligence, your leadership will inevitably lead you to be called upon to answer the most difficult situations. To quote Dean Mehoff in the Force for Good campaign, if not us, then who? If not now, then when? It is inevitable, then. Each of you will eventually see your journey come to a full stop at some point. External events will shatter your plans. Some of you will go through tragic and personal loss. Some of you will experience failure. Only those who do nothing make no mistakes. Remember that. Some of you will achieve resounding success. Maybe all of you. But maybe some will find that this success will lack purpose for you. Remember what Sandra told you. In every life, there are pivotal moments where all hope seems lost and the way forward seems walled off. MIM21, do not shy away from those moments, as they are the very moments that will define you. And you will not know that it's such a moment on the moment. You will know that after. So I thank Urs for giving my bio and telling you, what you would see on my LinkedIn profile and on my CV. Please allow me to share the other story of Thibault. The other story that we don't put on social media. I was a straight A student, and I did what was expected of me. I enrolled in the most demanding kind of studies in France, leading to the most prestigious schools. 6 months before the end, I lost one of my dearest friends. Devastated, I failed dramatically in my studies. No prestigious school for me. I pivoted into a small computer science school. Well, engineering school taught me how to code and how much I did not want to do that for my life. Bummer. I was on the wrong career path. I eventually landed a job in video games, in quality assurance. And I climbed up the ladder on that path, and I increasingly realized that I was hungry for a bigger purpose. An itchy feeling that despite my best efforts, my career was not fulfilling. I remember vividly that moment when a headhunter called me, offering me an impressive step up, and how I felt absolutely no joy in the opportunity. I had become an expert in a field I had no interest in. Success had no flavor, and something had to change. I began applying for MBAs. Eventually, the INSEAD admission committee saw something in me, I don't know what. I got admitted to INSEAD. Best year of my life. Can we give a round of applause for the best year of our lives? And a strong feeling that it was it. That I could do anything. That everything from now on would be a smooth ride. So I launched a business. It crashed. I launched another business. Well, it crashed as well. I remember standing in my home, depressed, wondering why everything had gone wrong, feeling like a failure, blaming myself for weeks to have wasted the gift of INSEAD while sinking deeper into debt. Back then, the MBA costed pretty much like your MIM did. It was easy to blame myself, but one question emerged in the crisis. What do I do then? What will I do then? The rest of the story is how you know me. So what's the point of me sharing the gloom picture at your graduation? Why now? Because I know that life will put you through such moments, moments where you will be at an all-time low, moments where all your plans have been broken, moments where hope is hard to find. In such moments, MIM21, I am asking you to remember that hard moments are pivotal moments. Exactly like joining a new program in the midst of a global pandemic, you will emerge from such moments. Maybe stronger, probably transformed, and certainly more aware of who you truly are. And I want it to be one of the voices that will guide you in such moments. Hear the advice from someone who fell multiple times and somehow managed to stand up. And as an engineer, I like a good process. So here's my process to go through hardship. 1, accept reality. Recognize that this is your pivotal moment. 2, embrace your own feelings, even if they make you sad. 3, refocus on what truly matters to you. 4, take one single step. 1, explaining more what I mean here. 1, accepting reality. What you'll need to do first is to acknowledge that you're living in a moment of pivoting. Maybe that PCR test came up positive. It's true, and I talked to many of you on the phone. Can you raise your hand if you were positive and you had a chat with me on the phone and we went through your contact list? Raise your hand higher if you had a moment of, no, I'm sure it's a false positive. Raise your hand if you were a contact case at some point. Where suddenly, tu quoque, mi fili, you were all like, I don't know that person this much. We barely spent a minute together. Step 1, accept reality. Accept that things are not going according to plan. It's really up to you to make the conscious effort, like you did during the MIM, to recognize that things are not going the way you want them to go. Accept the moment as a moment of change. 2, such moments are rarely easy. Dipayan, this one is for you. I remember your positive test. A very tough moment. And my next advice to all of you is that in such moments, let yourself feel. You might cry, you might wail, you might need to mourn. That is okay. Do not add unnecessary pressure on yourselves to deal with the situation without showing emotion. It is okay to be sad when things don't go the way you wanted them to go. And you should always have a few friends with whom you feel safe enough to share your doubts and your shortcomings. Maybe those friends are in the room right now. This will help you sort your feelings out. 3, when all goes wrong, and like you always did during the Inside MIM, you need to refocus on what truly matters to you. Congrats, Loic, for stealing a few lines that I crossed out now. Priorities, right? Take stock of what you really care about. Remember Mihai, my Russian classmate? He had a successful career, but he was confronted with a pivotal moment himself. He decided that his family was the most important thing, and he moved everyone to another country. 4, take the one step. After having accepted reality, after recognizing your feelings, after checking your priorities, do one single step in a new direction. This will be the first of many steps, I promise. But the first step is both the hardest and the most important. MIM21. I trust you to become the leaders this world needs. I have full confidence in your talent and your ability. And therefore, I trust you to face and overcome the hardest moments of your life. I'm grateful for your drive and engagement throughout the program and the incredible job everyone has done, including inside staff, faculty, and alumni, helping you grow throughout the program. I have countless stories of how I saw you arrive in the program being talented and smart, and how I've seen you exit the program being a completely different person, more yourself than you had ever been. To your parents, I have one message. Rest assured that your children have grown to the point where they can surmount the hardest challenge life and the world will throw at them. You can be extremely proud. Let's give your children a round of applause. To INSEAD staff and faculty, I know how you can relate to this. We embraced a complex and ambitious challenge to create a new program for a new audience. We knew it would be hard, and then COVID. I remember the uncertainty. I remember the struggle. I remember your courage and the endless dedication of everyone to make the most out of this dire situation. I'm not sure how much of the credit is owed to you when we worked with such a talented crowd, but I am certain you all, INSEAD staff and faculty, deserve a huge round of applause. And to all of us INSEADers, everyone in this room, I ask you to remember that we are never truly alone and that we must pay attention to those around you. They might be facing hardships of their own. We need to offer help to those who need it and may not ask for it. And we must not hesitate to ask for support when we need it ourselves. I know You will not be passive or self-centered bystanders when others are in need. And all you need to do is to look back at how much support, generosity, and kindness you've shown during your MIM year. I remember about some of you being in lockdown from a record amount of time, and yet everyone else collaborating to make her feel better. We are in SEAD because we reach beyond our differences to support one another in times of need. Thank you.